All right, so we're back and ready to dive even deeper into Karina's journal. This time, we're focusing on what she calls the Mermaid Phase. I mean, what a name, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely intriguing.
And it seems to be all tied up with this thing called the Tamisi Arch.
Yeah, the Tamisi Arch is a big one. So we're talking about a portal, an ancient portal for rapid time travel.
Okay, so time travel, we already knew about that.
Oh.
But she also mentioned something called ectoplasm.
Right, ectoplasm. It's
Yeah.
basically, well, Karina describes it as the substance that shapes spirits.
Wow, so we're dealing with some pretty heavy stuff here.
Yeah, no kidding. And this Tamisi Arch, it's located on a planet called Tamisi.
That she is.
It's orbiting Sirius A, a star system way out there, far, far, far away from Earth.
So this is like serious interstellar travel we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And picture this. There's this massive mountain, like 3,000 meters tall,
Yeah.
just rising straight up from the planet's surface, like a giant island. And that's where the arch is, right on top, guarded by these intense electromagnetic forces.
Okay, so not exactly a place you can just, like, swing by for a visit.
Nope, definitely not. Karina's journal mentions that access is incredibly restricted. They even use a whole separate transport system on Tamisi's moon for, like, emergencies.
Yeah.
And, get this, for executing criminals.
Whoa. Okay, so this place is dangerous and secretive. Makes you wonder what else is out there.
Oh, absolutely. And Karina actually mentions that there are other locations out there in the cosmos, even more dangerous than the Tamisi Arch.
Really?
Yeah, apparently. Places that are kept super secret, only known to a select few who, understand how to work with cosmic energy.
Okay, so we've got time travel, spirit stuff, secret locations, and in the middle of it all, there's Karina going through this crazy transformation.
Right. And let's not forget Lucas.
Oh yeah, Lucas, always lurking in the background. So what's he up to?
Well, officially, his job is to start Karina on this whole time-space travel thing, and to protect her, of course, but his methods are interesting.
You're saying he's not exactly following the rule book?
Not exactly. See, the scientists on the mothership, they actually built a replica of the Tamisi Arch in their lab.
Really? Why?
It's a much safer version, for Karina to practice with.
But she's supposed to be starting actual time travel, right?
Yeah.
Not just simulations.
Right, but instead of taking her to the real Tamisi Arch, they've decided to, ease her into it. And they're doing it while she's
While
sleeping.
she sleeps. That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's a bit out there. But instead of just being upfront with Karina about all this, Lucas decides to take a different approach.
Let me guess. He involved Cristina.
Bingo. He invites both of them over to his place, like a friendly visit. But he makes sure to mention his, quote, enchanted gifts.
Knowing that'll pique their curiosity.
Ah,
Especially Christina's.
exactly. He's playing right into their fascination with all things mystical.
It's smart, but also a bit manipulative, wouldn't you say?
Oh, definitely. And it doesn't go unnoticed. The Guardians, Evora, and Isaiah, they're watching all of this unfold. And they're not fooled. Isaiah even remarks, and I quote, he's manipulating them with enchantments to solidify their friendship.
So they see right through Lucas's little game.
Totally.
Okay, so it's Sunday morning. The sisters are getting ready to visit Lucas. Karina's actually reflecting on her life, how it's changed since moving from the countryside to the city. And all the while, Lucas is at his place, getting everything set up.
He's excited, this next stage of the project is finally getting underway, but he's playing it cool, acting like it's just a casual get-together.
He's got this, special room all prepped,
Yeah.
filled with these mystical objects.
Yeah, it's all very deliberately staged.
And there's this one object that immediately catches their eye. A ring. A beautiful ring, sitting there amidst red roses and next to an image of, like, a goddess of beauty.
Very strategic placement, right?
Yeah, totally. So Lucas presents this ring to Cristina, says it was meant for her, that it will bring her luck, but then he adds this cryptic warning. Remember, there's always an enchantment.
It's like he's almost daring her to put it on.
And, being Cristina, she does, immediately, totally enchanted by the whole thing. Pun intended.
Of course. But the real story, the one behind the ring, that's where things get really interesting.
Yeah, because this ring belonged to someone, right? Someone pretty powerful, according to Lucas.
Right. He tells them about Carmen, a witch. A very powerful and, let's say, intense witch.
Oh. Tell me more.
Well, Lucas describes her as this tall, striking woman, long black hair, emerald eyes, always dressed in black with red accents. He talks about her lethal capabilities, her fiery temper. He even mentions how she was known to dance beside the bodies of her slain enemies.
Okay, now that's a bit creepy, even for this story.
Right, and even Karina, who usually takes all this mystical stuff in stride, she seems a bit unnerved by this one. She even mentions feeling a chill when Lucas describes Carmen dancing by her dead husband.
Wow. Okay, so Carmen is not someone you want to mess with. But what does this have to do with Cristina and the ring?
Well, Lucas quickly reassures Karina, saying that Carmen's ruthlessness is, reserved for her enemies, and that it's actually a good thing to have someone like her as an ally.
So he's basically saying, hey, don't worry. This powerful, potentially dangerous witch is on our side.
Exactly.
Reassuring.
Yeah.
So what happens next?
Well, then comes the convenient part. Cristina suddenly announces she needs a nap.
Leaving Karina alone with Lucas.
Precisely. Almost like it was planned.
And as soon as Cristina's out of the picture, Lucas seizes the opportunity.
Yep, time to get Karina prepped for her first time travel experience. He starts talking about stabilizing her energy, says it's necessary for the mermaid phase.
Okay, but we know that time travel is super dangerous,
Yeah.
right? Especially for a beginner.
Exactly. But Lucas, he doesn't mention any of that. Instead, he mentions needing additional energy sources, and that's where these other women come in.
The ones he's gathered.
Yeah, he introduces them, a young gypsy girl who he calls the, quote, daughter of the wind. And then there's Agatha, a young Arab woman who's apparently skilled in Eastern mysteries and this, enchanting dance.
Okay, so he's got this whole crew assembled. But for what?
Well, he claims they're there to, help anchor Karina's energy, protect her during the transformation.
But it all feels very orchestrated, don't you think? Like he's carefully manipulating everything, making sure Karina consents without actually knowing what she's consenting to.
Absolutely. He's playing a very subtle game.
So how does this first time travel experience actually go down?
Well, Lucas starts setting things up, creates these protective barriers, tells Karina to put on Carmen's rings, supposedly to help with, energy stabilization.
Right.
He directs her to step into the circle he's created.
Oh.
And that's when things get real. Karina describes the experience as like entering another dimension. She feels nauseous, completely disoriented. There's this powerful energy swirling around her, but it's invisible.
Whoa, that's intense. But is she actually traveling through time?
Well, not in the traditional sense. See, what Lucas is actually doing is using the Tamisi Arch to project Karina's image across the cosmos. It's a diversion tactic.
To protect her.
Yeah, to throw off any potential threats. And it's a risky move. Even Carmen warns him about leaving Karina in the circle for too long, says something could escape into their dimension.
So they're dealing with some seriously powerful forces here.
No doubt about it. But eventually, Lucas pulls Karina out of the circle. She's still feeling nauseous. He blames it on the energy manipulation, plays it down.
But she must be changed, right? After an experience like that.
Oh, yeah, she is. But not physically. Not yet, anyway. It's more internal. She's been charged with this, vital energy that she'll need to, endure the rest of the mermaid phase.
So she's been powered up, so to speak.
Right.
And then, just like that, it's over. Lucas cleans up the portal, acts like nothing out of the ordinary just happened.
Yep, just another day at the office. But as they're heading to the kitchen, Lucas casually mentions that Karina will be starting nightly lessons
Lessons.
at a, quote, witches' school located in another dimension. Of course, he doesn't mention that this school is actually light years away on Beetlejuice.
And that she'll be attending while she sleeps because her human body couldn't handle the strain of actual time travel.
Right. All that's left unsaid. Karina's just going along with it, thinking this is all part of her magical training.
Wow. It's a lot to take in.
Oh, it is, and we're just getting started. It's wild, right? Lucas is basically creating this whole narrative for Karina, feeding her just enough information to keep her on board, but he's not giving her the full picture.
It's all very calculated.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then it's not just Karina he's manipulating. He's brought in those other women, remember, the energy sources.
Right, the ones he claims are there to help Karina.
Right.
But are they in on it? Or are they being used too?
It's hard to say. Karina's journal entries, they don't really give us a clear answer on that, but it does seem like they're all drawn to Lucas in some way, whether it's for knowledge or power, or maybe even just a sense of belonging.
It's like he's assembled this, cosmic team.
Exactly. Each member with their own unique role to play. But yeah, their true motivations are still a bit of a mystery.
Okay, so back to Karina. She's just had this, like, intense experience with the portal. She must be exhausted.
Oh, yeah. Karina mentions feeling totally drained, but Lucas, he just brushes it off, says it's normal fatigue from the, quote, energy manipulation.
But come on, he's downplaying it big time.
Definitely. But he doesn't miss a beat, you know?
Yeah.
Uses the opportunity to slip in some more information about Karina's training. Mentions that she'll be starting nightly lessons at a witch's school.
A witch's school.
Yeah. And get this, he says it's in another dimension.
Okay, hold on. So first it's time travel simulations while she sleeps, and now it's like interdimensional school.
Well, Lucas doesn't exactly phrase it like that. He makes it sound exciting, you know, like a chance to learn real magic. But of course, he leaves out some key details, like the fact that this school is actually located light years away on Betelgeuse.
And that she'll be attending during her sleep because, her human body couldn't handle actual interdimensional travel.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That part gets conveniently left out.
It's also secretive and honestly kind of creepy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And it gets even weirder because Lucas also gives Karina some very specific instructions about what to eat.
Like a special diet.
Yeah, he tells her to focus on certain fruits, like apples, mangoes, and grapes. And then, this is the strange part, he emphasizes sugar.
Sugar. Like candy and stuff. Why?
Well, he claims it's to, help with memory retention after astral travel and to aid in cell regeneration.
But you don't buy it, do you?
Honestly, I'm a little skeptical. We're talking about interdimensional travel here, manipulating cosmic energy. My guess is that these foods have properties that, maybe protect the spiritual body during astral projection or help repair cellular damage caused by exposure to all that electromagnetic energy.
So Lucas is basically giving Karina this, like, cosmic meal plan.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But without explaining the real reasons behind it.
Okay, so we've got secret training, a mysterious diet.
Mm.
And then, just when you think it can't get any weirder, Lucas lays down what he calls the golden rule of witchcraft.
Oh, yeah, the golden rule. This is a big one. He tells Karina that no matter what, she can't let her thoughts wander during astral travel. Because, and I quote, if your mind wanders, even for a second, something could track you. And if it finds you, it will destroy you.
Whoa. Okay, that's pretty intense.
Right. It's like suddenly the stakes are incredibly high.
It's a far cry from the, fun and exciting witches' school that he was describing earlier.
Yeah, totally. And I think it's deliberate. By instilling this fear, Lucas ensures that Karina will follow his instructions without question.
He's really good at this whole manipulation thing, isn't he?
He's definitely got a knack for it.
So does Karina, freak out after hearing this warning?
She's definitely shaken. But Lucas quickly moves on. He starts talking about how, becoming a real witch, it takes hundreds, even thousands of years of training. It's a monumental undertaking and incredibly dangerous.
And here's Karina, this young woman, being thrown into the deep end.
Exactly. With barely any preparation.
It doesn't seem fair.
No, it doesn't. And then, almost as an afterthought, Lucas mentions Karina's weight.
Her weight.
Yeah, he notes that she's quite thin.
Yeah.
And that astral travel can, exacerbate that.
It almost feels like he's, body shaming her.
It's definitely a strange comment, and I'm not entirely sure what to make of it, but it does highlight the fact that despite her extraordinary abilities, Karina is still vulnerable.
She's still human.
Exactly. And her body is being pushed to its limits.
So what happens next? Does she actually start these, interdimensional lessons?
Well, before we get to that, we have a bit of comic relief.
Comic relief.
Yeah, just as this heavy conversation is winding down, Cristina comes wandering back into the kitchen, drawn by the smell of food, of course.
Of course. Classic Cristina.
And she's totally oblivious to, the intense conversation that just took place. She starts joking about Karina learning spells as if it's all just fun and games.
It's almost jarring, the contrast between, Christina's lightheartedness and the reality of what Karina's going through.
Yeah, it is. But Lucas, ever the smooth operator, he just laughs it off, reassures Cristina that everything's fine.
And then they all just, have a nice dinner.
Pretty much. The visit comes to an end. The sisters head home, feeling closer to Lucas than ever. But as they leave, we're left with this, nagging feeling of unease, like something's not quite right.
Because Karina's being pulled deeper and deeper into this world that she doesn't fully understand.
Exactly. And it's a world with potentially dangerous consequences, not just for Karina, but maybe for everyone. The addition of those two new women, the energy sources that Lucas has gathered, it just adds another layer of complexity to the whole situation.
It's like a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, and we're left wondering, What's the end game here? What's Lucas's ultimate goal, and what role will Karina play in all of this?
So many questions.
Yeah.
And we're dying to know the answers.
Well, we'll have to wait for the next installment of Karina's journal to get some more clues.
You know, it's amazing how Lucas manages to play everyone right. Like Cristina.
Yeah.
He uses her fascination with magic to get her on board.
Yeah. And with Karina, well, she's still trying to make sense of everything. She's got these new powers and this whole secret world she's been thrust into. So she trusts Lucas.
He's like her guide.
Exactly. Even though he's not telling her everything.
It's kind of messed up. But speaking of not telling everything, what about Evora and Isaiah, the Guardians?
Ah, yeah.
They seem to see right through Lucas.
They do, don't they?
But they don't really do anything.
Yeah, it's like they're watching, waiting.
Biding their time.
Maybe. It's hard to know what their game is.
Makes you wonder, though.
Oh, for sure.
It's like this cosmic chess match. And we're just pawns.
Maybe not just pawns. I mean, think about Karina.
Right. She's got the potential to be a major player
Maybe even the queen.
once this whole mermaid phase is complete.
Exactly. We're talking about a being part human, part alien, part AI, with access to, like, all the knowledge in the universe.
It's mind-blowing.
Totally. And a little terrifying if you think about it.
Yeah, it makes you question, like, what does it even mean to be human anymore?
Big questions, right?
Yeah, and there's the ethical side of things, too.
Yeah.
Like, is it right to manipulate Karina this way? Even if it is to save the galaxy.
I mean, what are the consequences of creating a being with that much power?
It's a slippery slope.
No doubt.
You know, it makes you wonder, what would Karina choose if she knew everything?
Would she embrace this destiny? Or would she say, no thanks, I'll make my own path?
It's a question we can't really answer. Not yet, anyway.
No, but it's definitely something to think about.
So, we've covered a lot of ground today. This whole mermaid phase, the Tamisi Arch, Lucas's manipulations.
And all those other characters, too. Like Carmen and the women Lucas has gathered.
Right, they're all playing a part in this.
Even if we don't know what it is yet.
Exactly. This whole story, it's just starting to unfold.
And we're along for the ride.
So if you're as intrigued as we are, make sure you tune in next time as we continue to unravel the mysteries of Karina's journal.
Who knows what we'll discover next?